What's up, guys? So I'm going to be doing a reaction to a few videos today. Let's get started.
Untouched by intimacy and covered in wrinkles, Teresia has never seen the nakedness of a man, and for 122 years she lived on with the unfulfilled desire, a defiant hope, and a courageous spirit of waiting that one day a man will emerge and embrace her soul. This woman here is 123 years old, and yes, she had never spent a night with the company of a man.
That's crazy. I did a video a while ago of a woman that's like, I think 41 or something, and also celibate. You know, I think she's a virgin too, right? If I remember correctly. And she was on Kendra G. I said, like, you're crazy. Like, at 41, if you're still a virgin and you haven't really had a committed relationship, you should just give it away to get to get a man, whatever, right? It says a lot that you weren't trying hard. You didn't. Those are the type of women that just like say, "Oh God, just drop a man into my lap." Like, they put no effort into finding a man. I've said before, women are mad lazy when it comes to the dating market. So, yeah.
Is the most unhappiest age group out there. Think about that. The unhappiest age group in all of the world, predominantly, we're talking about the States right now, is women in their 40s. That's 1 in 4 Americans, which is crazy. That's 25% of the population are women in their 40s, and they're the unhappiest group out there.
If you are single and you are in the dating marketplace at that time, when that happens, say you're 37, 36, 38, 40, whatever it may be, and you are still on the hunt for that man, and you hit the wall and you can see in your face that you are no longer the face that you were at, whether it was 30 or 35 or 25, whatever it is, you are going to be panicked. Because now you know that you are going to compete with women who are younger, who are largely more fertile, not always, but largely speaking, yes, who have that youthfulness to them, who have that estrogen, progesterone, whatever the hormonal balance is that makes someone young, it's there, and you're losing it. And you become hyper aware of that, and that is why women begin to panic.
It's sad, and also
I said it before in so many other videos. If a woman reaches at a certain age, let's say past 35, into her 40s, and she's not in a committed relationship, there is one, it's either she completely focused on career, so technically she has no right to now, oh, I want a man now. No, you spent your time and effort and focused on your career. Stick with that. Why would you wait until later in life when it's harder for you to have kids, you're not at your prime anymore, you've gained all this single-minded focus, you've changed to, you're so career-minded, right? Why would now you be worth something to a man to date? You're not. So just focus on your career. Or also, like, you're at 35 plus, 40s, in your 40s, whatever, and you're not a virgin, so you've dealt with men, but either all the men you dealt with didn't hold up to your standards, or you were too difficult to be with. So there's really there's nothing about you at this later stage in life that makes you valuable to date. I will say, I think it's ridiculous for men to date any woman that's older than them, because I believe it's a sign that there's a reason why this older woman is not married, single, or whatever, there is a red flag that she's not telling you of why she's with nobody at such a late stage in her life, or in mid of her life, which is late stage biologically. Can't really. It's not a good stage to have kids anymore, and so on and so on. So, yeah, it's not a good. I don't recommend men to do that. To date women that are older than them, or expect dating women that are in their 40s, late 30s to be a good, I don't know, a good relationship, because it's just there's trauma there, right? There's reasonings why she didn't have anybody. So, yeah.
So in some way, I think it's embarrassing for women that are put in those situations, because how do you make it to 40 and not learn how to get along with a man?
I never married. I chose not to marry. But I always love it sometimes when guys will say, that's my wife, or my wife called, or I got to get this for my wife. Just when you hear the word wife, and then you know that he's talking about you. Do you like that? Do you go,
Yeah. It feels great, but I can say make sure you have your own life before you're someone else's wife. And
Oprah is the pinnacle of someone who has her own life. I think Beyonce is catering, right? She is helping women in their delusion, because women are terrible at giving advice to other women. Here's Oprah, the pinnacle of a career woman, right? One of the richest women in the world. She will pretty much die alone, So that's great. Her money goes to what? Charity. Okay. Great.
Beyonce, your pandering game is on a whole nother level. But real quick, before we unpack what Beyonce just said at the end right there, do understand this, especially for you young cats out there who may not have the context. But Oprah and her impact back in the 80s and 90s for the growth and the spread of feminism was far beyond what Andrew Tate was able to accomplish in the past 6 months. She was the representation of, I don't need no man, I don't need no ring, forever dog mom, fighting the patriarchy, at the helm of works such as The Color Purple that did irreparable damage to black male image, and at the helm of Western culture through these ideals of empowerment fed to you every single day in every single American household via syndicated TV. Her cultural impact has not been dissected enough, but there's a little bit of Oprah in every modern day feminist today. But anyway, modern women will eat up exactly what Beyonce is saying, because having your own life is without any context here whatsoever. Word to the wise, mottos or quick sayings do not make great life advice, because people will affix this short saying to whatever panders to the stage of life that you are currently in and want to stay in. Well, what if living in your truth is parting your ass completely off, posting beach thong selfies every single birthday, and consuming endless amount of Love and Hip Hop, Kim Kardashian content sprinkled with a bit of I don't need no man podcast? Or is living in your own truth having purpose, accomplishing amazing goals, staying fit, working on components of your femininity, or making yourself more marriageable material? You see, instructing those to have their own life doesn't necessarily prepare you for having a family life. While she's speaking to Oprah, who is legitimately
she's just pandering to her single woman audience, right? I don't think she, in media wise, she doesn't promote her marriage like that, but she definitely promotes the single womanhood. So her mindset is a detriment to modern women. She promotes what she's not living. She's a family woman. She's married. That's her focus. So I've said in other things that I think, Beyonce's a terrible role model.
The feminism final boss. So of course that's going to be the message, because if she
Like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in a stage of life where
over 30 dating in LA is awful. This is interesting. Okay, let's keep going.
I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies and find love. And I had another talking phase yet again fall through. And my friend was like, you know, you'll meet the one day, don't give up.
Maybe not.
But now I'm at a point where I hope I don't, because what happens if I meet him and he wants kids and I'm too old to not be able to give him? So it's easier for me to say I don't want kids.
Let me just.
Fake tears, right? She said in another video, because I've seen this one before. She said in another video that she's never gonna lower her standards, right? She's in LA. She's a decent looking woman. In her comment section, they were probably saying like, oh, this or that. And she made a video saying that, like, you know, it is what it is. She won't ever lower her standards. So no wonder men just, she is only talking stage worthy. Men don't, these are the type of women that will, it's just, she's all fake. And she's a hassle to be with. She's probably annoying. High standard woman, which is fine, but I mean, know that the higher standards you are, well, the smaller the pools of dating candidates you will have. So that's fine, but that is the life that you chose. No one forced you. Tears are fake because you are choosing to limit your options. You're choosing to focus on other things. This is probably another type of woman that's a career woman, right? Dating is on the side. It's not her priority. You know, she wants to date. She wants a man, but it's not the biggest issue for her. So no, these are the type of women that's just, they're all fake. You know, they're lying to themselves, and it's their fault what, you know, society or what's happened to them. It's called accountability.
Adulterated peace, joy, and happiness just can't have that.
Having like a weird existential crisis. I don't know why I'm posting this on TikTok, but I think I need to know I'm
For
not
clout.
alone.
Definitely not alone. Plenty of women will be experiencing the same thing as you.
I never wanted man to hold me, to love me, to want me, to be with me, and I don't know if I'll ever find it.
You will find it.
I give up.
I'm so single that whenever they ask for an emergency contact,
So done with dating.
I just been putting Jesus.
I've seen these two
I
before.
I genuinely thought that I was gonna meet people. I've been with my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad. And I'm going to turn a lot of stress getting right
What happens if I meet him and he wants kids and I'm too old to not be able to give him?
It dawned on me.
So it's easier for me to say I don't want kids.
It dawned on me
Weird existential crisis.
that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me.
Hi guys. I'm so sad right now.
I mean, social media is such a weird tool. We're just having it as to share our personal lives online, which is, I mean, that's fine, I guess. You know, sharing it to strangers. But it's funny that women do it. I think mainly for validation, sympathy, just to, I believe, to make themselves feel better. because none of these women are telling other women to not make the same mistake as I am doing, right? They're all having men problems. They're later in their lives and they're having problems with men. They're not telling younger generation women, like, don't be like me. If you will ever be depressed or you think you will be unhappy not having kids and not having a husband, then you have to focus on that early on in your life. That has to be your number one priority. You could work, you have a job, whatever, but your priority is having a husband, having kids, right? Building a good family life. None of these women say that. They are just complaining that they are alone, they're unhappy, life is whatever now, life is crappy now, things are hard, all this stuff. But they're not full-blown condemning the actions that they have done in their past by putting marriage and children to the wayside, creating a family as not a priority. And this is the outcome. And this is why I said it is kind of fake, because what you can find, you share your story, but I don't think you're using it as a teaching moment, and you should.
I just came to the realization these past few days have been so hard for me, and I missed out on marriage and on children.
I still need my mom.
And right now I'm like, I don't care like if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly, I don't care. As long as you're a man and you're pretty, like that's the only qualification I need, because I'm just so desperate for a husband, because I have pressure around me. If you can deal and propose a marriage to her, I'll marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes for you. I'll have you children. I'll I'm missing one. I switch his word.
I'm this or I'm that. I'm not fucking understand now. It just sucks.
For the women who learned the hard way, study predicts 45% of women will be single by 2030. Single men are lonely, but single women are empowered. Funny how they position that. Yep, you read that right. It's estimated that 45% of women ages 25 to 44 will be single by 2030, according to Morgan Stanley. There are a few reasons for this prediction. One, women aren't getting married young anymore. There's so many other options to do in their lives that getting married is no longer the default option. They're focusing on their careers, going to grad school, traveling, hanging out in their social circles. Two, we aren't having babies like we used to, with more options for birth control than ever before and treatments for infertility. The pressure to have kids within a certain time frame just isn't there anymore. And with these pressures gone, so is the urgency to get married for the sake of starting a family. This right here is a very interesting article. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box down below if you guys want to go off and read the entire thing. I think reading studies like this involving singleness in the future in conjunction.
I've mentioned that study quite a few times. You know, that's the thing that is happening with modern women nowadays, right? You hear, I think it's the rise of like wanting high value men, right? So the rise of higher standards, right? Men are who they are. Men have always been what they are, right? Men have barely changed in the decades. Women are the ones who have changed. So yeah, it's true that women are making more than ever. They're more free than ever. They have so many opportunities, more than ever they had before. So now their small dreams or their image of marriage and a man is so drastically different, because before a man that makes minimum wage would be good enough because he would be a good enough provider. You know, as long as he has a job, he's a good man, you know, all this other attributes, right? It's great. Now, since women are making equal to that, they want more. So now minimum wage man is not good enough. A man that makes 6-figure is now where the bar starts at. Plus all these other attributes that, you know, good man and all this stuff. So that's the issue that women are now facing, that they want now to upgrade what they think is the bare minimum for a man. You know, what a man should be for them. And now these women will suffer from it, because all women want now these top percent of men, right? The rarest of rare of men. Okay, well, you don't want to share men like that, so really you're gonna, and like women always say, they just rather be alone if they can't get what the man that they want. So I'm not surprised a study like that is happening. I think there will be more studies like that as time goes on, where you're seeing the evolution of modern day women. I think China are deeply facing that, because they have a low birth rate. Women are working more than ever. Women are more and more pushing marriages, right? So their economy is essentially getting affected by that. So I think the U.S. is in for quite the ride, thanks to modern day women. Yeah, but that's it. Later, guys. Hope you guys like this. I'm just a reaction of a reaction. MTR, amazing creator. Definitely, I know you guys check him out too. Other than that, yeah. Later, guys.